Hi, everybody. Welcome to Creative Pouring. I'm Cheryl. Today, I'm excited. I got something in the mail. A company wanted to collab with me. It's called Tisoso, but they wanted me to review their acrylic markers. They gave me 48 of them. Let's go ahead and open it up and see what's up. Okay, it says there's flexible nib. Tip width is 1 to 8 millimeters. Highly saturated, high quality pigments. Direct liquid system, smooth writing, rich colors, flexible tip, evenly colored. Look at all these colors. They're so cute. They got a little bitty top on them, little bitty heart on them. Oh, wow. Look at that. All these colors. Even more back here. Okay. And this is one of those pages where you mark on it what it is and how, what the color is. I'm going to start with the front one. I'm only going to do a couple of them for right now. I'll do the rest later. This one is a red one, R351. Let's see, we'll just color in here. Ooh, I forgot to shake it. Got to shake them up. And then you color. Ooh, that's a smooth. That's smooth. Okay, let me get well, this is the first one. I'm not doing any more. But look at that. Okay, I will work on that. Meanwhile, we will go ahead and find something to color. I printed out a little sheet. What I'm going to do is I'm going to color it, and then I'm going to protect it, and I'm going to put it in some resin. See how it works. So let's get started on this. I'm going to mix some pretty colors on it. We'll go with some colors. This. Let's see if they have any colors on here. It does not have the name of it, but I'm assuming whatever color the marker is what color it is. I'm assuming. Let's see. Oh, yeah. Look at that. It's smooth, too. Okay. I'm going to fast forward this and as you're watching me do the markers. That way you don't get bored. But it does look like it has a nice opaque coloring. I'm going to go ahead and see if it'll work on the mold. I just grabbed one of my turtle molds keychains. Let me clean it up. All right, let's see how they work on a mold. We'll go with this green for the turtle. Oh, forgot to shake it. Well, does not work that good on the mold. Oh, but it does work good on the matte part. Okay. So we'll just color the matte part. I'll clean that other part up. Well, it cleans up nice. Okay, let's try to do the matte part. go with, let's see, when we get ready to back it in, I'm going to back it in with green, because everything here is green. So I think I'm going to go with blue on the matte part. Go with maybe this color blue. Oops, there's a bunch more blues back there. No, I like that color blue right there. It's kind of like a tealy blue. At least that's what it looks like to me. We'll go over this outside part. Well, it doesn't look like it's going to stay too much on there. Let's let it dry a little bit, and I'll come back with a different coat. But I like these the way they're opaque. They dry pretty fast. But I'm going to go ahead and put a coat of UV resin on. I'm going to go ahead and put some epoxy resin on these. And I will be back as soon as I have that mixed up. Okay. I've got my Tea Expert resin mixed up right here. I've got some green alcohol ink. It's just green. Drop a few drops in there. I went ahead and did 3 coats of the blue and 2 coats of the green because I wanted it to show up. We're just mixing a few drops of the green in here. There we go. It's going to have a lot of bubbles in it. That's okay. We can handle that. I've got my 91% isopropyl alcohol. I'm going to spray the mold a little bit, just so in case I don't have any bubbles in it. And let's go ahead and pour. I don't want any bubbles to stick to it. And I'm pouring it kind of slow because it's got all kinds of little areas in there that bubbles can stick to. Pop those bubbles. Let me let the alcohol dissipate for a minute, because you don't want to set alcohol ink on fire. Okay, here we go. See. Yep. You can do this as long as it's dissipated. So you don't smell the alcohol ink anymore, or smell the alcohol. I'm going to fill it up a little bit more. And I'm going to put it in my curing machine. And we will see how it turns out tomorrow. I can't wait to see if that ink gets picked up by the resin or not. Okay, we will see you tomorrow. All right, this is nice and cured. Let's go ahead and get it out of here and see if those markers stuck. Well, that's clean, so that tells me it did. Oh, look at that. Not bad at all. I might just get some UV and go over those so that it's not so dull. Okay. I'll do that later. I wanted to check on something else. Leave that there, but that looks pretty good. I brought out some of my Ecopour that I had poured a while back. I don't know if you remember seeing it in the other video, but this is one of the owls I did. And this is just one of the little discs that I had for coloring extra. I'm going to pull out some of these markers and check and see how they work on the Ecopour and on the resin itself. Just something so you can see. Let's see. I'm going to go with this purple. Well, yeah, the dark purple. Got to remember to shake it up a little bit. Let's see. Oh, yeah, that writes nicely on these. Look at that. Look at that. Okay. Let's see. You make thin lines or thick lines. Okay. Well, we got that there. And then on the owl, let me find a darker color. I went ahead and did this last night just so I can see the colors. We want to go with R425, which is this one here. R425. Make them a little dark. Give him a little bit of a... Oh, that looks good. Just go paint his wings. So now we know that it works on Ecopour and on resin. Not so good on silicone, but look at that. Let's see if it, when it dries, if it sucks it in. Let's go ahead and go around these big old eyes. There we go. And we'll get the black dot in his little eyes there. There we go. Ooh, I'm going to use that same brown to tip the ears. There we go. He looks a little crazy, but he'll be all right. So all in all, I do like these markers. Thank you so much to Tisoso for sending them to me for the review. I appreciate it a lot. All right, now what we're going to do is I'm going to get out my UV resin and I'm going to just top this real quick. Okay, I'm going to cure that. And I'll be back once this is cured. That looks so much better. I'm going to put a keychain on there and that'll be good. Okay. Now, as you can see, it did not suck it in. So that's good. That owl looks really good. And it doesn't come off, see? On my fingers, it does not come off. We can take a little baby wipe and see if it'll come off that way. Let's see. Wow. Well, if you make a mistake, you can always use a baby wipe to clean it up. Okay. That works. That's good to know. I hope you enjoyed this video. My overall thoughts on the Tisoso acrylic markers is I really like them. And they're acrylic markers. That's why I was able to wipe them off of that. They do not go on silicone very well, but that's okay. They go on the Ecopour really great. And they go on afterwards, as you saw. And you can always cover them with UV resin. Not a problem to protect it. But I do appreciate these markers. They go wonderfully on paper as well. And if you noticed on that paper, if you noticed on this drawing that I did, or this coloring that I did, it did not bleed out the back. This is just regular printer paper that I printed off my machine. You know, my printer. It looks really good. So yes, overall, I really like these markers. Thank you so much to Tisoso for sending me these. And if you enjoyed this video, please don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit that hype button. And leave me a comment if you want to. I really appreciate it. I love hearing about different things. I love when you have suggestions for me. I really do appreciate it. So until next time, keep creating, keep pouring. Bye for now.